What's going on, everybody? I just want to run through this real quick and go over what I think uh, the rest of the trading week is going to do, and we'll go from there. So we just had this double tap right here, right? I think we're going to start breaking down from. Uh, I know a couple people are seeing this and saying the cup could possibly break into a cup of handle. That is possible. Um, what I want to see happen is we had the breakout. We got to the top of the breakout. I want to see this break down to like 436, 440, then to 436. If that happens and then we bounce, then we should continue to the upside. If we don't bounce off of 436 or 440 and then 436 and we break down past 432, below 432 is a confirmation on a double top breakout. So this is a confirmation on a double top breakout. Um, we'll see if that happens. If we do get the double top breakout, my next targets are like 426, 424, and then right here 416 to 418. Right? If we don't get the double top breakout and we end up bouncing off of like 436, then I think we'll bounce and we'll hit 450. If we drop down to 432 and bounce, I think the next that bounce will be leading us to 450 as well. So our 450 scenario is if we stay within this channel right here that we just built. And if we don't stay within this channel that we built and it breaks down, then we're looking at the double top breakdown and then possibly a move back up. So just for to get a vision of this real quick. If let's just say this channel extends, right? And then this is our path to 450, right? And we hit 450 later on. So that's a possibility too, right? So let's take out this path tool. Like I said, this could be our possibility too, that we do this all the way for the rest of the summer, right? Just consolidating here, and that I don't think that's like a bad thing, but I know a lot of us are waiting for it just to bounce and go up here because a lot of people are more bearish on the year, and they've been waiting for this thing to break down since 400, right? So my target for all of this was like right here, 465, 462, 460, anywhere from 462 to 465, 450, and then down could happen. But I want to say that we'll bounce up to like 460, 465 for the highest, maybe 462. Just this box right here, and then we start breaking down. That's my thought process on it. So with that said, for now though, for this week, my spy plan would be this. So that's the spy plan for the week. It's coming out of a rising wedge on the lower time frame, so I can show you that right now. Um, let's go down to the 15 real quick. actually another rising wedge right here. Hold on. So if I need to take that off real quick. All right. So personally, I would call that the wedge. But then people would say, "Oh, what happened to here?" Well, what happens there is that it made another wedge right here. So it kind of like cancels that out, right? So that was a wedge. This was a breakdown out of that wedge. This is a breakout back up. Boom. This is a retest on that wedge, right? Then we break down again. Boom. Here. And now we got another wedge build up here, which was a retest on, I believe, this, right? Hold up. Let me see. I think this is extended out. Why I can't see it the same way, right? So this was one wedge here. Here's the second wedge right here to here. All right. So you got a wedge there, from there to there, right? You got this wedge, you got this breakdown right here. See? Boom, breakdown, wedge, bang. But this is why I tell people you got to flip back and forth between the regular time and the extended time if you want to really see the details of the play. So if I go to the extended time, you see how I had this drawn, it works out, right? So now if we come down and we're looking for like targets, you know what I'm saying? First targets we see is like 442. And then if you want to be like more exact to a better drop, we come to the 444 and now we hit the breakdown and we get 441. So this is where I think 440 is going to hit because it's supposed to drop down to 441. I think we'll hit 440 in the process. You know what I'm saying? And then we'll figure out from there how and what's next, right? So that's the play on the SPY. Next, I would want to let's look at Bitcoin real quick. Now, this is why I think the market still might possibly have a little room to move up, right? Because Bitcoin is in this rounding shape, right? Round and bottom pattern, I guess you want to call it, or a cup pattern, and it just bounced off of this, so it could possibly run back up to 31.5, right, or 31.4, whatever that is, and then break down. So this is why it's a possibility that the market still has another move up before this happens and it just starts breaking down. But we'll find out tomorrow how this is all gonna like play out. Boom, boom, boom. That's my SPY play. This is my Bitcoin play. So Bitcoin doesn't make it through this cup and go up. It actually breaks down, and first target will be 30K, second will be roughly 29K, third would be 27.5, 27.6, and then we bounce, right? And 27.6 would be actually a retest on this breakout that we just had recently that even took us up there. See, it had this wedge or this flag breaking down. Boom. That was the target out of this breakout, right? So we got that, right? So we had that one move right there. So like I said, Bitcoin, I want to see it break down, but like I said, it could like kind of spike out and go up a little bit. Let's check out let me put the Bitcoin information up here. So we got a cup pattern, we got resistance at 31.5. And then we got these targets below. And if we break out, then my next target above is, my next major target is 36K. Right? So I'm just taking a measurement on this real quick. That's right, it wasn't that one. It's definitely this one. Boom. As you see, this basically hit the measurement. My measurement might be off somewhere as to why it's like slightly over and it's not more exact with it, because I think it's exact to that. But this was the measured move. So like I said, after a measured move happens, you're looking for like slight pullbacks and retracements for the next play to happen. Something else I was saying earlier that I wanted to look at, that was just a possibility just from looking. I wanted to see if this was like any type of rising wedge or something. So no, I don't really see like a wedge play in here. You could say this was like a rising wedge. You could say that this is going to bounce here, hit this 31, and then drop. So, and that being the case, first target out of this wedge, if it drops and it's so-called a wedge, is 30K, like I said. So you just kind of see me do the Bitcoin one on the fly, and it still came out to be 30K. And I got 30K just from looking, like seeing that this was bouncing. You know what I'm saying? Seeing that it closed there, then it was bouncing. So that's where I got 30K from. But then when I put that together and I do a measurement, it comes out to say 30K again. So that's just more confidence to me that this is probably going to go up and then just lose its strength either above this, like around 31, or it's going to hit up top here and go into 31 and go 31.4 or something, and then it's going to drop down. So that's my Bitcoin thought process. Next we'll do snow. So snow, we have this this inverse, this head and shoulders on snow. I just put it in like this dome. Don't mind that. The reason I put this dome here is basically to like mind my own limits and mind the stock's limits. So basically, if it breaks out of this dome, the head and shoulders is obviously invalid. So the targets on this head and shoulders is 170, which is the neckline. If it breaks below 170, I want to see 160. Then possibly a bounce back to like 171. So when it breaks down past 170, I don't think it's going to go drop straight to 160. So it breaks down from 170, right? It drops. I want to say it's probably going to drop down to here like 165. We're going to get the bounce back to 170. That's the retest. Then we'll break down again. And we should start like slowly going towards 150, 159. I mean 160, 159. And then in the worst case, we break down again and we're down here like 145, right? So that's what I'm looking at for snow in the long term, like looking a little further out. But as far as like for right now, I'm looking at this 170 put right here, or 170 target. And then if we break the 170, I'm looking for 165 and then 160. So for the snow trading plan, we have a head and shoulders, and out of the head and shoulders, we got the 170 neckline. Below 170, we got 160, but I also would put 165 in there to 160. Then below 160, we got 152 to 143. All right, so that's the snow plan. Let's do Tesla. So Tesla, we just broke out of this wedge and this diamond. If I could show you this, we got this wedge breakout, and then we got the bounce down there from the wedge. Boom, it breaks out. I think that's too much, right? Nope, that's exact. Look at that. Hits this top on us. So that was the breakout. And what happens after a breakout and a measured move? Get a reversal. So what am I looking for on this reversal? Let's break it down to the 15, because I think I already started doing it. Up top here. Boom. In my mind, I see a diamond pattern that was forming here, right? Out of this diamond, I want to see this thing break down back to the top of this diamond. So we're looking at like 169, 170, anywhere in there. Probably a wick down to like 168, anything like that. This is a huge wick right here. So this is more of like a gap up. So we ain't paying attention to that part of it. So I'm saying 270 is my Tesla plan, is where I want to see it. So I'm saying short this thing to 270. Is it 270? Yes. Short this thing to 270. And then we should be looking for the bounce off of that short right there, right? So that's the Tesla trade plan right now. We got a diamond pattern. The breakdown target is 270. I want to see it bounce from 270 back to 278. Over 278, we're going 284, which is up top here. And over 284, if we beat 284, then we got the 295, 300 target. So that's the Tesla plan that I got going on for y'all, or for myself, I should say. And then, yeah, that Tesla plan, I apologize. These are my own plans. If y'all choose to use them, that's solely up to you. Just know that none of this is financial advice, right? Just read the disclaimer at the bottom, and then check the notepad out at the end of the video, or you can rewind it and read the notepad at the beginning of the video. Alright, that's that. So next and last, we'll do Meta, right? So my thought process with Meta is one or two things. Either Meta because it's been meeting this resistance up here. So either Meta right now is ready to break down out of this wedge that is forming, right? So it's either ready to break down out of that, or we're gonna get another bounce and we go up to like 300 and then start to drop, right? And from 300, let's say we do hit 300, boom, I would expect to drop back down to like 275 if we go that high. If we don't go to 200, I would expect drop out of here down to 263, give or take. Then a retrace to retest, or it might hit 275, then retest, then break down again. So that's my trade plans with Meta. All right. And then, I do crypto and forex as well. As far as my forex plan for the week, only thing I've been trading recently in forex is the British pound, Japanese yen. So if we take a look at that real quick, we go to British pound, Japanese yen, bam. This is my thought process on that. As you see, I already have the long play going on. I think it's going to go to 188, 187. We're currently at 183. So if any of you guys or ladies trade forex, this is what I'm looking at right now. Right? But you want to pay attention to this supply, right? So this supply, it could hit 184 and turn back around. So I think it's going to hit 184, have a slight pullback, but I think it's going to run through this whole thing up to 186, at least 186. This 187 up here, give or take, possibility could happen, but my real goal is to clear this supply between this week and next week, and then I'm looking for a pullback on with this ticker or with this currency. Now this ran up from down here, and one what's this, 124, and it's been running up ever since. I believe I got into this somewhere around like 159, like this area right here. So this level here, you might as well say, is when I got into it. Matter of fact, I'll tell you exactly where I got into it. Right here. So this is where I got into it. This bar right here. So I shorted this. Boom. And I fell asleep on this. Not even just fell asleep. I just forgot about it. So when I shorted this area right here, I could remember this perfectly. This is a weekly bars though, but I'll just remember this section. I shorted it, did good, and I forgot about the play. It's ended up bouncing, and I just left it alone. This is like beginning of the year stuff, right? Yeah. So yeah, I left it alone. This was in January. So I shorted it, thinking that it was going to keep going short. It actually bounced. and then that's when so I lost a little bit, but then I got back in it. And ever since I got back in it, I haven't been selling it. I just been holding it, and it's just been going up ever since. And my target is up here, this blue box up here. So my target is like 190, 195. We're at 183 now. So I believe there's still some room to move up in this, but that's my target overall for this. If you get in, just hold it, let it go. Don't touch it. Check on it next year or in a couple months. You should be at 195, and then take your profit, figure out what you want to do next. But I feel super confident about where the British pound, Japanese yen is going for now, right? So that would be my play on this from where it's at now to 195. So this probably got like 10 to 12 more points in it before it has like any type of quick pullback. And then after that, we'll probably see the rest of this push like up to 250, right? So that's a couple tickers right there for you. Got SPY, BTC, Bitcoin, Snow, Tesla, Meta. Yeah, and that's about it. As far as the QQQ goes, just follow the market. I don't really feel like going over another ticker right now, so just follow the market. If the market's going up, just follow it up. If it's going down, more than likely everything is going down. Just follow it down. Yeah, other than that, I'll be doing plenty more videos. Just rewind this if you need to read this notepad again and see what's going on with it. Rewind it to look at the charts again as well. But yeah, this is what I have for this week, and I'll write this on here. 7/5/2023, right? So that's our trade plan for the rest of the week. And like I said, once things go accordingly, or if they just like totally go the opposite direction, then we're looking to come back to the drawing board and come up with a new plan. So that's it for now. But yeah, you'll see a bunch more videos, some with more just lessons on it, I guess, or more like talking towards support and resistance, supply zones, supply and demands, how to trade the strat, how to trade the orb, what to look for with momentum, how to use different candlesticks, because each of the candlesticks tell you a different story. You know what I'm saying? This tells you one story, which is these are the Heikin-Nashies. This tells you something else. This bar chart, simple line graph, that gives you another look at it. This is another way to look at it with the bars. This gives you like open and close. Then you got all these other ones. These all point and figure. Like all of these different charts or different bar combinations tells you something different, right? It gives you a different way to look at the market. So I try to tell people, learn as much as you can and then put it together in a way that it works for you. So, but yeah, that's it. See you guys in the morning, 9:30, and good luck trading tomorrow.